Welcome to FasterEFT Recovery. I hope you'll join me on my journey as I tap myself back to health, and maybe you can tap along and tap yourself back to health too.
So this is an update about brain retraining, neuroplasticity, all that good stuff. So the last time I did a video on this kind of thing was the 9th of November 2019. So it's been a couple of months. I tried to stick with the DNRS and it helped a little bit, but I found it really hard to focus on the whole spiel that you have to do. And maybe that's why I wasn't finding it very effective, brain fog or whatever. But I'm actually finding that FasterEFT, now I did EFT years ago before I was severe, and it just felt like nothing, it didn't do anything. But FasterEFT is different. It's a lot less convoluted, and EFT, regular EFT, and DNRS seem to be very similar in that you have to really know what you're trying to target, whereas FasterEFT, it's just acknowledging and noticing what you feel or the things that are going through your mind, what you're seeing in your mind or hearing or whatever it is. So you don't have to know exactly what you're targeting. You don't have to have a specific script, which is really good because when you're exhausted and just going through symptoms, instead of trying to push them to the side and be like, no, we're ignoring you now, acknowledging them and then distracting is working way better. And it's short, it's quick. And I think that it really comes down to people personally, like how you learn, how your brain works. Everyone finds different things intensive or not intensive. Like, for example, I watched a video this week, and I've been watching lots of videos because I've been watching the FasterEFT videos to learn it, which they're free. They're free. I never had to buy a DNRS, go figure. And there's plenty of resources. At first I was like, oh God, there's so much to sift through. How am I going to grasp the basics? But FasterEFT has a 7 free-day course, which I'm still in the middle of, but I think I've pretty well grasped it. I'm going to finish the 7-day free course that they have on their website. But because I've been watching so many videos, I think I kind of get it, but I want to make sure that I've got it. So I'm going to finish that 7-day course. I'm on day 3, almost finished day 3, so tomorrow will be day 4. But I've been watching the FasterEFT videos. What's her channel called? Sorry, I've got my tablet here. FasterEFT. It's called, so the channel by the creator of Faster, FasterEFT. The channel by the creator is called Neuroplasticity Made Easy, FasterEFT tapping, ! So I'll put a link below. I'll do a few links, okay? I've got a playlist where I've been adding all sorts of stuff that I think is pertinent to either understanding FasterEFT just for my benefit and for my mum and for anyone else who wants to delve into it. I've watched lots more than I've put in that playlist. It's called Health Tools. It's on my profile. But yeah, there's so much to watch for free. You can teach yourself for free, which I think is amazing and very generous, and goes to show that the guy who created it really does have people's best interest in mind. You can train, but you don't have to in order to heal yourself. Training is more for people who want to go on to be practitioners, which I think is very reasonable. So back to the point wherever I was there. Yeah, I found the FasterEFT works a lot better for me. the DNRS was just too intensive. But I watched a video this week where a lady said that the FasterEFT was intensive for her. So I think that we can't really rule anything out. And that to say that one thing is like the cure-all is just stupid. So I would never say that. For me, I think FasterEFT is going to be the thing that works for me because I can feel it working like this. The DNRS was like fucking pulling out my hair and it just... nothing. Like, fuck all. Okay? So for me, DNRS, not really it. And not acknowledging your memories, not acknowledging everything, just sort of for a split second but not really feeling into it and then pulling yourself out of it. I'm just going to go to my profile because then I can tell you like the titles of things that I've learned that I think are important. Oh gosh, get out of that. Back. Sorry, I'm just trying to... there, get to my profile. My channel. Playlists. And then health tools. Where are they? Oh, there's an arrow. Okay, here we go. Sorry. I don't know how to navigate my own YouTube. Jesus. I'm not that old, I swear. I'm young. I'm just catching up, okay? My brain's like healing and learning. Okay, so I think it'll be down here. Okay, so today I learned about abreactions. This was in the course, and then I was looking up videos on YouTube as well. So abreactions is like when your brain is fighting you. It's fighting you back because it's like, no, try to hold on to these programs that, you know, have kept you alive. Not in a good condition, but they have kept you alive. So abreactions can be a resurgence of symptoms, sometimes of symptoms you never had before. You might be feeling sick, aches and pains, headache, anxious, just like really anything, mental, emotional, physical, but a resurgence of symptoms. And you can feel it. And the videos that I watched said, like, if that's happening, you're about to have a breakthrough, keep pushing. Even though you feel like crap, keep pushing. And I was like, okay, well, this makes sense because this never happened with DNRS. And I know I'm not getting sick, but I've got like that fluey ache, but it's just in my legs. It's not in my whole body. And I don't usually get that symptom. So I'm like, okay, I need to keep pushing. The other thing that was really important, where is it? Here we go. De-fractionation. De-fractionation. Yeah, de-fractionation. So that is where before you start a round of FasterEFT, you go into your body, your mind, whatever it is that you've noticed, whether it's a memory coming back or being triggered by a person or just feeling a physical symptom or an emotional symptom, you know, whatever it is, and feeling into that and then pulling yourself out of it. So the de-fractionation is when you're feeling something or remembering something or going through something that's making you feel worse, you delve into it. So it's like you're going into that old habit pattern. And then the de-fractionation occurs when you start to do the FasterEFT exercises and tapping. And you're supposed to focus on your fingers so that you're breaking yourself, you're pulling yourself out of it. So the de-fractionation, it's like it pulls you out of it and then you go back into the trance state where, I say trance, that's what they call it. Which does make sense to me because when you're deep in your feelings or your symptoms, it's like that's all there is. So to pull you out of that, it's like breaking it up and pulling you out of that state and retraining your brain like, hey, no, we don't want to be there. Like, let it go. Let it go. It's safe to let it go. Let it go. Peace. So that's really working for me. It's quick. Around this fast, I don't have to stay focused for very long. if my word finding isn't so good, I don't have to remember this big long spiel. It's so easy. It is so fucking easy. So yeah, and someone in the comments, in my comments, recommended it. I should have written down their name. Oh, it was the last video that I did. Pretty sure. One of the last ones. Here we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna, I know which comment it's on. It's on this last one. And it was someone who just popped in, made one comment. They just said, have you tried EFT or faster EFT tapping? And that was M. Fleming. So M. Fleming, thank you for the hot tip about faster EFT. I tried EFT back in like 2010. But it just really, it was kind of the same as DNRS, like too much to remember, having to find the words or try and articulate it. Like when you're dealing with childhood PTSD, you can't really put your finger on everything because a lot of it you've just blocked out. It's like, I don't want to remember. So you can't really articulate what you're feeling or where these thought patterns come from because it's not a memory of your past. It's like your brain's doing other weird stuff. So EFT, DNRS, same problem for me. I'm sure they work great for other people, but just for me, it's just a no. So I'm having a lot more success. And I've only really been doing EFT properly for the last couple of days because it's taken me a couple of days, weeks to really like grasp it and get into it. And I've had stressful stuff happening at home, which I'll address in a later video. But yeah, I just thought like, I haven't had a shower in a few days, like my hair is, ugh. My room is messy, but I'm like, I think if I don't show the reality of recovering, I'm going to regret it one day because I'm going to say, this is how sick I was, and no one's going to believe me. So, I'm going to cough. I apologize. I'm just going to be however I am on that day. And I'm going to try and do more regular updates so that early on in my recovery, I have a reference point that once I'm recovered, I can send people back to and say, yes, I genuinely was that sick. So I'm exhausted, but like I'm showing up for myself and I'm trying. So yeah, I'm just going to drink some water because my throat's feeling a bit dry and I don't want to cough too much because I don't want to hurt your ears. And then I'm going to do a few rounds of EFT, and then I'll turn it off and keep doing it on my own, because I've been doing them like all day, and yeah, I've gone to go to sleep and I'm having pain in my legs that I don't usually have. So I think that's the I've already forgotten what it's called, the abreaction. I think that's an abreaction. And I was feeling sick and my sinuses were getting a bit worse and I was like, okay, this is an abreaction and not my normal. So I will be back.